Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Mercy Seat podcast. And today we'll be addressing a very interesting topic. With me is a very seasoned guest by the name of Kevin Mulati, Pastor Kevin Mulati, a pastor of the Word of Light Nakuru. And he will be addressing issues to do with what is a healthy relationship.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much, sir, for having me. Yes, I'm glad to be here to be part of the Mercy Seat conversations.
We are living in a world where the issue of relationship is very hot, and things to do with relationships, are very muddy, and people even have come to different, very bitter conclusions about relationships. And Mr. Kevin Mulati is one person who is very passionate in that area. How do you go about relationships? And today we want to know and we want to see in our world today, what does a healthy relationship look like? What is a healthy relationship? Of course, we have many relationships, but what is a healthy relationship? How does a healthy relationship look like? So maybe that should be our first question. Maybe what are some of the signs of a healthy relationship?
Yeah, thank you so much. So I'm glad to be here once again. And let me begin by saying this. We go to school to prepare for many things. For example, people go to school to prepare to be doctors, to be engineers. And no one really is interested to be addressed physically. Let's say, for example, when someone goes to the hospital, they want to be sure they have met someone who actually has the competence to be able to deal with their body. You can't just go to a hospital for, let's say, something even as high as surgery. There has to be that particular understanding that this person actually is certified to be able to handle you. I think one of the things that people have not put value in is the amount of investment also needed to be able to have whole and working relationships, so that someone can be able to have the wisdom and the knowledge and the counsel to be able to date someone, to work with another human being. So the investment someone puts in gaining wisdom, in gaining knowledge is very important. A beautiful relationship is not an accident. A whole relationship is a product of also the kind of knowledge, the kind of heart someone has, So the first things first is, what is the current state of that person who wants to go into a relationship? There is the concern, okay? If I begin to date, will he, will she? So sometimes it's always looking at the other person. But even before we go further, it's very critical for someone to understand their part themselves, the kind of wisdom, the kind of knowledge they have. So that's going to govern this conversation. So you have asked, how does a healthy relationship look like? For example, I will say the first things first is the agreement between two people. Yeah. The Bible says this, that two cannot walk together unless they agree. Yeah. So the very, very important thing, that if you are going to walk this journey of a relationship with someone, it should be someone that you agree on core things. You agree on things such as your belief system, even your values, you see. Yeah. It's very critical that two people agree. You agree concerning character, There are things that to some people it's very core. These are I cannot settle below this, you know. So understand that agreement is a critical thing. You know, agreement. You agree internally, not just that you have seen someone who is physically pretty or beautiful or handsome, and you feel like you are vibrating on the same frequency as regards to that. You see, that's good. There is the place of physical attraction, and you see many people settle on that level of agreement, that this person agrees with what I like. You see, but now there is the other side of, does that person have a heart that can handle you? Does that person have a mind that is going where you're going? You know, are you going in the same direction in life? Do you believe in the same things? You know, things that are core. You know, things like political parties, those are not core.
You're saying they're not core.
In some families, it's core. If you are choosing, well, you know, there could be families where we have to be on the same political side. If you are this side, I'm this side, we will. Yeah. But you should be able to identify, the two of you should be able to identify what is core for you. You know, for example, how is faith important for the two of you? There could be people who that's not important. Now, if you either as a guy or as a lady, now you consider that a very vital thing, and then you neglect it just because maybe someone agrees with you on the level of physical attraction, then with time, things will not go well. Because now you'll start arguing on those core things. And yes, so the number one thing I think is it's very important for someone to understand that two work together when they agree. Number two, I think this now is also very important, is commitment. A relationship is a relationship because two people have committed to each other on the long term. You see, you have chosen to commit to each other. So one of the important things is your ability to commit to each other. Yeah. Whether, you know, you are looking at doing life together, you're looking at being there together.
What in these situations where people felt they love one another?
They just felt.
The lady felt that the man communicated certain signals, and we started.
Yeah.
We found that we had started.
We started, and then now, after some time, those passion, those feelings go. It's very important to realize that passion is good. You know, passion ignites. So many relationships are built from that particular mushy goosebump position where we felt something and then we start. But notice, passion cannot hold, is not a good foundation to hold a relationship in the long term. Why? Because passion fluctuates. Yeah. Passion is a product of the strongest thoughts that you have, you know. If someone who you feel good about maybe says something you didn't like, you'll find you start feeling different because maybe there is new information that has gotten into your mind that is now causing certain kinds of feelings to come out that maybe may kill us or just cover that good thing that you're feeling. So for people who begin with from the position of, you know, we just felt, you know, and you just began, the greatest thing is you come back to the place of understanding that commitment is not a fruit of feelings. Feelings are a fruit of commitment. Yeah. You commit to someone, not because you just feel them. You commit to someone and feelings will come. Yeah, feelings will come. There is a lot of wisdom when it comes to choosing. I think people should use wisdom to choose more than anything.
A question has come to my mind.
Yes.
A question has come up. When should a person commit?
And that's a good question. In terms of a long-term relationship, I think someone should commit when they can. There's again another word that is always thrown there. That's a very big word. We call it maturity, for example. It's a very big word. But it boils down to, let me just say, your ability to stand on your commitments. I always say you don't promise to commit. You don't promise someone, I will. You prepare, Yeah, because the solidity of someone's commitment is based on the strength of their heart, their preparation. How well is your heart? So there could be things such as, age that affects it. You can't say a 16-year-old is committing to a long-term relationship. Really, what does he or she? No.
I'm thinking about a scenario.
Okay. All right.
This gent has met this lady, and they're dating, and the gent is dating the lady for the purpose of knowing the lady.
Okay.
Should the gent commit? Or should she know the lady? He know the lady,
all right,
and then commit?
Okay. Now that brings about another strong word people normally have. I think knowledge is important, but there is also the extent of knowledge that someone can have that can cause someone to enter into what people call situationships. Because already you have known someone, let's say, for example, in a case where people already go out for coffee, if this lady wants to go shopping, it's the guy he will call, sorry. And then if she wants to do anything, in the name of, I want to know you first before I can now commit to you. Now there can be already an undefined kind of a relationship because someone really wants to have a certain kind of knowledge and assurance. In the long run, someone is building emotional, bond. What if this person now feels, I don't want to commit? Already, this person has shared a lot. So I believe there is the aspect of knowing someone, but there is now the depth of knowing someone that someone should be wise about. Because you can allow someone in emotionally. You can know too much about someone until, even when there is no commitment, you already feel as though the relationship ended. It's like we were dating, I was dating. We had not officially said we are dating, but we knew too much. We experienced too much together. We were in conferences together. We went to visit friends together. We did a lot of things together.
I even visited your parents.
You even visited your parents. Your family knows me.
The grandmother spat on the ground.
Yes. And then all of a sudden, we are just friends. We are not dating and all that. I think that's not wise. I believe knowledge is important. There is the aspect of knowledge that someone can pick in a group, in a church, in a setup that is not very intimate. You see, for example, it's critical to be able to just see someone in, let's say, for example, in a retreat. How does this guy relate with other ladies? How does this lady relate with other guys? How does she, it's safe. It's a safe space to know someone. But now the space where someone is inviting someone very close, there is long hours of calls, texts, and all that. For many people, if that thing does not graduate to a committed relationship, already there will be some form of emotional disappointment. The two of them will not say, now this in the world we live in, you just find someone ghosts the other. You no longer chat, you no longer call. It's been weeks. Then you meet, you're like, it's been long. It's been really long. Hey, in Swahili, umepotea, umenitupa, you have thrown me, you see. Yeah, so you've thrown me. Where have you been? The two of them know what happened. They had experienced some form of emotional bond. But now, because of some reasons we can't continue in this journey, both of us have to deal with something. Because we never said it's a relationship. Now we have to end this. So I see the important thing is that someone knows the other first before committing. Know the critical things that you can know about. Yeah, there are levels of knowledge that really they're too deep, they're too intimate. You know that. Well, yes, I can say that that can bring someone in trouble.
So it's very interesting that commitment is very important.
Yes.
Commitment is very important. Wow.
On that note, let me just say there are people who their way of seeing love is a game. You know, they are not dating, or they are not in a relationship to build anything. They are just seeking fun. They're just there for the fun of it, or if anything becomes serious,
They live.
they leave. You know, they feel as though, you know, I can. Why should I commit right now? I still have maybe someone is 20, 21, 22. They would desire to get married at 30. So why should I waste myself? So for now, I can date as many as I want, or I can be with as many as I want, depending on the side someone is in. Then now when they are ready, now they say, now I'm ready for a commitment. You know that played a lot of games. So I always say that I pray for people who are serious, that they never meet such kind of people. And God to give them wisdom to see, you know, to be able to discern when, you know, someone really is not serious. There is what the advantage of which we are going to look at in the successive sessions of just being with God, that God can actually help someone. He can give you knowledge in form of peace or lack of peace in a particular direction you may want to go. You may not know anything about a guy or a lady, but you just find in your heart you have no peace. It's an advantage that you have when you are just walking with God. Everything may be ticking. He looks good. He's very polite. He has a character that's very likable. You are not seeing any flaws, but I'm not at peace. It's God giving your mind knowledge beyond the level that your mind can actually articulate. This is a knowledge I have. Let me give an example. A certain person was actually a friend to started dating this particular man. But after 1 month, this lady realizes this guy is a drunkard. Or maybe this guy is a womanizer, for example. If you go back and ask this person, how did you feel when this thing started? That person will tell you, baby, in my heart, I was not at peace. There was something I couldn't tell. So now this lady has knowledge that this guy is a womanizer. But previously, God was trying to give this person knowledge, but their ability to decode was not there. So the lack of peace was actually God saying something. But there is knowledge, I could actually give it to you, but I'm showing you in form of peace or lack of it. Yeah, so I believe God protects us from gamers. Yes.
That is very interesting, especially when you talk about peace.
Yes.
peace, that sense of calmness.
Yes.
There are also people who are in relationships who are not free, not independent.
Yeah.
There is a lot of control, and all those things are not. They are problems because a good relationship has the sense of freedom and the sense of peace.